going to disappear because women are actually the worst marketing for marriage. They show men every single day why they shouldn't get married. I really think women, we just have two defaults. It's gaslighting, virtue signaling. Oh, no, three. Gaslighting, nagging, virtue signaling. Women feel a tendency to be entitled to being a to you for life. And they also feel entitled to defending themselves when you're calling them a bitch, right? And women feel entitled to this. They feel entitled to the fighting. And they call you weak if you're not going to do it right to their face. And I just think it's interesting because I'm like, why are you in media if that's your expectation? We're talkers. That's what we do. Marriage is going to disappear because women are actually the worst marketing for marriage. They show men every single day why they shouldn't get married. So here's the ways women can destroy you, right? So these are the ways women have leverage. Police, reputation destruction, as we saw in the first video, family court, and there's like a million other ways. But I want to make this simple. The only thing men have is cheating and walking away, like women being afraid you're going to cheat and women being afraid that you're going to walk away. So that's your only leverage.
If I go down and that's not a warm-up, okay? No, we're seeing this through to the end. That's my reward. That's my carrot on a stick that I chase. And the least you can do after all my hard work is quench my thirst. I'm parched.
Y'all, now a nigga mad at me because days before the date, I let him know if I don't hear from you the day of the date, I assume the date is canceled, right? You with me? Okay, cool. The day of comes, it's 2 hours before the date. So I reach out and I say, hey, okay, the date's canceled. Oh, well, let's reschedule. I'm not interested in rescheduling. I don't like your energy. I don't give a what you like, nigga. I don't like your poor communication skills. Be wrong with y'all. And it's like, I did not have to let you know that that's one of my rules. I was being nice. And two, I didn't have to let your ass know that the date was canceled. Bitch, I could have let you show up like a lot of these do. Rightfully so, the fuck? But I decided to be an adult and communicate. I'm not doing a tick-to-tack. I'm gonna let you know what it is and what it's not. I don't care. But now I'm the bad guy. I will be the bad guy because will give y'all the rules to the playbook and you'll still fumble the ball. What are you, Cam Newton, nigga? Fuck.
Now this is what I like to call common sense standards. Like this video, go to this young lady page, watch some of her other videos for a bunch of original content. She makes a bunch of good stuff. Now to all my young loyal followers, the ones I've been mentoring when it comes to the dating game, this should be everybody's standard. First of all, before you even schedule a date, you need to make sure y'all compatible. This is why you utilize the talking stage, to find out if you have things in common. That way when you schedule a date, the only thing you need to be focusing on is physical attraction. That way you know that person looks the same in 4K, right? Now let's say you schedule the date for Thursday. So you've been talking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, here comes the day of the date. If they've been lacking in communication that entire day, leading up to the point of the date, Big Daddy's gonna assume the date is canceled. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and move on to one of your friends. But leave your comment in the comment section. But y'all grown, they're gonna do what y'all wanna do.
I don't believe men should ever be in love with women.
Ooh.
I think you should have love for a woman and love her, but I don't think you should be in love. That's the girl's job, is to be in love. Because she needs to be the one that's emotionally invested. Men don't need that emotional investment to have a connection. You know what I mean? Like, to the same degree as women. You need an emotional connection.
Are you saying that, like, men can't be in love? Or
yeah, you can't, because if you're in love, what ends up happening is, if you're in love, you start doing stupid...
Like what?
That blunts your ability to be a productive leader.
But a woman doesn't do stupid. She's in love, or
she's not held to the same standards, so she can do stupid. Exhibit A, the women that we had in here.
Yeah. That
literally would say I'm an entrepreneur, but isn't really an entrepreneur. The woman that didn't understand 2020 hindsight. The females that didn't even know the facts but were arguing.
Yep.
Like, women are just simply not. That's how this all started. Like with the whole entrepreneurship thing. Like, women are simply not held to the same societal standards that men are. You can say delusional things like I'm an entrepreneur, and then when asked the second follow-up, well, what do you do as an entrepreneur? Oh, well, I haven't started yet. Excuse me? What? But like, she said it on a show with like 20,000 people watching.
Yeah.
Like, no shame. Absolutely ridiculous. But like, if a guy did that, we'd roast his ass. We'd make fun of him.
You know, one of the greatest things that you're running into is men thinking long term. Men thinking long term. They're thinking about their future, thinking about their asset future, thinking about their assets. They're thinking about the things that they've built, not willing to risk it all on foolishness, right? For somebody who doesn't even, they're not even really part of the team. They don't really even consider themselves to be equal. They consider themselves to be more superior, right? I'm not risking it all on somebody that is probably going to up and try to leave me in 6 months to a year or 2 years, right? When I've gotten comfortable, I've gotten settled, I'm building, I'm grinding for the both of us. Oh, I'm bored, I want to leave and all that other stuff. And a lot of men are going to say, oh, or a lot of women are going to say, oh, you know, you're better, all this. Why you got such a negative view of women? I don't have a negative view of women. I have a negative view of getting played, of all my assets getting liquidated involuntarily. I'm not about to do that. Absolutely not. And if that means being selective, if that means staying single, it is what it is.
So we've decided that Morgan has to apologize to me. We had a little fight earlier, and we both decided that she's in the wrong. So Morgan's gonna practice her apologies because I don't think she's ever apologized before.
Hey, we're not starting off on a good foot here. I'm sorry.
Yes?
That you are such a little boy that you got your feelings hurt. It's not my fault.
That didn't feel genuine.
It wasn't.
What do you mean it wasn't? What? Okay, do you want to try again?
Okay.
I'm ready
I am
for it.
so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's also your fault.
Oh my.
Two people can both be
Okay, this
wrong.
is not gonna work.
It's not just me. You also did something wrong.
One thing that I've noticed about women who are trying to be the best versions of themselves, they tend to attract women who honestly may not be in their best interest. Why do I say that? Well, because modern women are often blind not to the schemes and wiles of modern men. Oh no, women have been well schooled on how to watch out for men and don't let him do this, girl, and da-da-da-da-da. Women are often told, you know, are on the lookout for what to do with men. But modern women are often blind to the manipulations of your friends. Do not allow your friends to manipulate you. I've talked to several women over the course of the last year, many of whom are on track to become wives, mothers, PhDs.
I'm a PhD.
You know, trying to do the second half of life better than the first half, etc. at all. And then something ends up happening. Inevitably, there's a bunch of starting and stopping, starting and stopping, starting and stopping. And it is always the same thing. Single women keeping women single. Ladies, I say that for a reason. It's not to be pejorative. It's not to be dismissive. Single women keep women single.
I'm a PhD.
Because the women who allow themselves to be manipulated by their friends do a disservice to men. That's right, I goddamn said it. You do a disservice to us. Why? Because you are the women that should be on the arms of a suitable man, a high-value man, a productive, competitive, successful man.
By the time they get 35, 90% of women mental patients.
Man, come on. I see a huge trend of these women. Women like hate men.
For the choices they made.
What happened to you?
What happened?
Yeah.
Why are you mad at these guys you chose?
Yeah, that you chose.
Oh, but they chose me too. No, you chose him. You're a woman. You have to choose for the most part.
Yeah.
You choose me, then I elect to choose you back.
Yeah.
So, like, baby, you made that decision to have that embarrassing situation. Deal with it. You gotta think most of them of us in the special ed class and the one class, the behavior dysfunctional class, they let them out.
Yeah.
They're out here with us. You let them of us at the asylum out with us now. So we gotta deal with this. You understand me? And they think that's normal. It's not. It's disrespectful. We ain't talking about the good women. There's plenty of them. But we talking about the ones that think there's the algorithm hoes always talk about. That in the algorithm, and see, this is what I'm talking about. She right. Or the talking in the car. Where her husband at? The making all this content. Where her man at?
Yeah, you look so good. You think you a 10. You think you got all these attributes. You think that, but you can't find a man.
It don't make sense.
But then they want to frame it as, well, I don't want one, and I didn't. You can't get what you want.
You can't get what you want.
Yeah.
So now you throw the whole.
Because you're not on the level of what you want. You're overshooting your bracket. Like they say, play your wage. You're not that. So therefore, you can't catch that.
You can't.
But because you don't recognize where you're at, you're denying these dudes who are really on your level.
Yeah, and they're probably a little bit above you.
Yeah.
But you think you're above them.
Hey, they probably above you.
And when they get older, they be like, it ain't no good man left. I tried. There is no. You're just not a good woman.
Yeah. and that's why they got this whole trend about these older women trying to get younger men, because he don't really know
a good woman.
Yeah, and that's why they got this whole trend about these older women trying to get younger men, because he don't really recognize his value, so I can finesse him a little bit. Because nobody, right?
Come on, baby.
Nobody, you got to think about, hey man, nobody, I tell niggas all the time, nobody her age wants her. Right. That's a red flag.
Here's the ways women can destroy you, right? So these are the ways women have leverage: police, reputation destruction, as we saw in the first video, family court, and there's like a million other ways. So, feel free in the comments to put things I should add to this. But I want to make this simple. The only thing men have is cheating and walking away, like women being afraid you're going to cheat and women being afraid that you're going to walk away. And the challenge you have is when you get married, you're taking away, you're saying God is going to smite you down or whatever. You're going to go to hell if you sleep with another woman or walk away. So that's your only leverage. However, when the church comes in and says you can't divorce or sleep with anyone else ever again, it's like, okay, you're basically saying get cucked, because how is he going to enforce that no? How can he enforce it? Can he go to the police and say my wife isn't sleeping with me? And then she can take your house, your kids, and just ruin your life. This is the natural order of the world, right? So God can enforce things on man because God can just smite you down. And then we got women next. But the man cannot enforce anything on the woman. And the woman can enforce everything on the man. So it's actually, it goes God, woman, man, children. That's the order of the world now. That's how it is now. And no amount of praying is going to change this, because the relationship is only quote unquote traditional if the woman says it should be. And so because of that, you cannot have a traditional relationship in 2025. It doesn't exist, because it's all dependent on if the woman feels like it.
Y'all want to see how
obsession with relationship status, and then it hit me. Oh, wait a minute. Religion does teach people, especially women, that the closest thing to God is a man. And now a lot more women are realizing, oh, wait a minute. God is not on the outside of me. God is within. So therefore, I am a God. I am a goddess. Oh, wait a minute. I can have a fulfilling life with or without a man. Because to be quite honest, every woman is not meant to be married and have kids, and every woman isn't going to find the guy that they actually want. So what should you do? Be miserable? No, absolutely not. You should become your whole self so that you can have the capacity to have love if it comes, and if it doesn't, you're still whole.
Why do you think men care about a woman's body count?
Do you? People actually care about that?
Men in general.
If a man is asking me my body count, he can get. Who gives a? Oh my God, that's so stupid. People actually ask that?
Yes.
Okay, well then you're talking to the wrong man. If a man is ever asking about your body count, you're talking to the wrong man, and he can get. That's so stupid.
So can I ask you this then?
Yeah, sure.
So, what do you think about the analogy? If one key can open many locks, it's known as a master key, as opposed to if you have a lock that can be opened by any key, it's a lock.
I think that if a woman is an analogy to you, then you're not ready to be talking to a woman, and you should probably get. So, if a woman is a key to you, talk to your mom, talk to your sister, talk to your cousin. I don't know, get a real life, and get. Thank you. And a woman is not a key. Thank you.
The fastest way to lose a good man, it's not cheating. It's becoming his biggest source of stress. He's already fighting the world, work pressure, money, expectations. If home feels like another battlefield, he won't stay long. Men don't leave because someone prettier shows up. They leave when peace disappears. If every conversation is a challenge, every decision is questioned, every moment feels tense, that's not partnership. That's pressure. He doesn't need a competitor. He needs softness where life is hard. Respect where the world doubts him. Loyalty isn't controlled, it's created. So if he's distant, ask yourself, are you his piece or just another problem?
Y'all have to stop acting like being single is some kind of punishment. Some of y'all are so focused on why you don't have the relationship yet, you're not even paying attention to what this season is trying to teach you. You keep saying, I just haven't met the right one yet. There's no good women left. There's no good men. Dating's trash. No. A lot of y'all are single because your life is not aligned with the partner that you say you want. And that's the part nobody wants to talk about. Some of y'all need to move first. Some of y'all need to cut off toxic family first. Some of y'all need to build a peaceful life first. Some of y'all need to get your finances together first. Some of y'all need to have a healthy relationship with yourself first. Some of y'all need a completely different career first. But instead of getting brutally honest, people rather sit around blaming men, blaming women, blaming dating apps, and blaming the entire world. Meanwhile, your whole life is screaming misalignment. And let me be clear, being single doesn't mean don't date. You should be dating, but date with purpose. Date to learn yourself. Date to see your triggers. Date to sharpen your discernment. Date to stop confusing chemistry with alignment. And date to get crystal clear on who's for you and who's not for you. Because dating is not about finding the right person. It's about exposing what still lives within you. Being single is not embarrassing, but wasting your single season, that is. You're not behind, you're not less than, and your life does not start when a relationship shows up. Some of y'all need to stop waiting on a partner to build the life that you were supposed to start building by yourself. Because the truth is, your time will come a whole lot faster when your life matches the love you say you want. The problem isn't that you're single. The problem is that you keep refusing to align. So singleness isn't the issue. Your lack of honesty is.
And one thing that these modern women like to do is paint men as villains. They want to act like men are out here being cool to modern women for no reason. But if you actually sit there and break it down, men aren't bad guys for having standards. They're not bad guys for walking away from stupid situations, quite frankly. Just silly things don't benefit them. One-sided interactions that don't benefit them. That's common sense. It don't got nothing to do with being bitter or evil or malicious. It's common sense. You wouldn't stay at a job, hopefully, if you didn't have to, if you didn't have the choice, you wouldn't stay at a job that treats you badly. So why in the world are we in society expecting men to stay in a relationship that does the same thing? It's literally the same concept, same logic.
So we have an update on the proud misandrist who says that women should cheat on men because all men can afford to be cheated on. Yeah, so she followed that up by doubling down and asking this question.
Is it the man's reaction to being cheated on that you're afraid of? Is it his?
I responded like so. I said, I'm worried his feelings will be hurt, and I'm also worried that your more extreme and radical takes discredit all the valid work you claim to do advocating against real issues. I've purchased 3 books from Black authors this month. I know that last part seems random, but she said at the end of her video that the only way she'll take any opinion seriously is if we show receipts that we support Black people. Anyway, she says, cheating is extreme to you. Have you seen what they do to us? To which I said, no, your take on cheating is extreme. I have. I've actually been knifed repeatedly and almost by a man. Then dozens of other men ensured he was taken care of and punished, helped me recover, and supported me. I would not want to hurt a man who didn't hurt me just because someone else did. There are also so many other flaws in her worldview, so let's point them all out. First of all, if a woman cheats on a man with another man or several other men, then all she's doing is sexually gratifying more men, therefore serving and centering more men, which seems anti-misandry. So you're pretty bad at this. Next, you claim here that your business, because yes, this is all being posted from a business page, is a safe space for people, but per your own misandrist views, that can't possibly be true. Because you say that all men are bad because they are conditioned since birth to be bad. So even if a person who is assigned male at birth transitions into a woman, they have still spent their formative years being socialized and conditioned the same way every other man is. So per your own worldview, you are supposed to hate women. women. And if a person who was assigned female at birth transitions into a man, then you are invalidating their identity by not hating them as much as you would every other man and denying them the gender euphoria of experiencing your complete misandry. Now, her absolutely unhinged takes would be pretty easy to ignore. However, there's one more criticism that I have for her, which is the fact that in every single video, she keeps saying that we need to show receipts for ourselves supporting black women, which she totally does, even though she never shows us receipts of that. And you really need to hear this. Stop using people of color as your meat shield to defend your horrible, hateful takes. This whole co-opting of other demographics' adversities by liberal white women every time they're cornered is honestly an epidemic. I cannot believe that you are claiming to be an ally while using black women as your sword and shield to defend your bigotry. I do not know what is going on with this "I'm not like the other white women, I'm different" pick-me act, but you only have one thing right here. You're not like the other women. You're worse, and we don't claim you.
Is a man who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worse than women.
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in.
How he do that with no ambition?
No, he got money. I want more.
You know what?
He's complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you, and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, there are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work. Waking up every day and showing up for my children. Showing up for my home. Like, that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going through depression? Your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough, but she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home. That's ambition, baby. Take a moment. Read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8. Because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like, that's a gem, baby.
I make my own money. I make more than him.
Ooh.
Right?
And you said he pays all the bills?
Yeah.
And you make more money?
You mentioned that you make more money than him, and I want you to know that was not done by mistake. That was a systemic thing that was put into place so that the black woman can be elevated to start looking at they men like they're not doing enough. Oh. It is very intentional, the fact that you make more money, and even though your man is showing up for you, you start looking at him for like, why can't you do more?
The fact that this man is covering the bills, even though he knows you make more, let me tell you what he's doing. This man is willing to maybe put things on pause so that you can elevate. Think about it. What you make becomes almost just yours. What you choose to do, you have the freedom to pivot and pivot and pivot. Try this, go to school, because this man is saying, I'm going to sacrifice and take care of the foundational things so that you can have a choice whether or not you want to work or not. And so when you saying that man lacked ambition, I just think it's ambition in a direction you can't recognize.
Women will follow another woman just so they can watch her every move and listen to all the that she says so they can get all this information, or if you will, red tape, so they can stab her in the back later. Case in point, on a bigger scale, Cardi B. Cardi B says some that was factual, says truth. Not in the world of delusion that women like to live in, and that hurt women's feelings so bad, and now they want to cancel her because she's supposedly fat shaming. Now, as a human being, those women who are affected by that comment that she made had to have taken fork, spoon, cup, ice cream cone, ice cream on a stick, hot Cheetos to their mouth to gain weight. Nobody on this planet, 9 times out of 10, nobody on this planet is born with the fat gene, so you're just fat for nothing. No. Now, I'm not living in delusion. I had twins. I gained a bunch of weight. So I get my up at the crack of dawn every day and walk for 3 miles. Well, jog. I can't even run yet because I'm working on myself. For the delusional people who want to run and hide in the corner because something ever said, but y'all all boss is. Nobody can tell you. You were all 10s, but when Kevin Samuels was calling 6s, everybody lost their mind. But now you listen to Cardi B calling you overweight, calling you fat. If the told you to twerk it off, y'all buy all her still and just then try to twerk the weight off. If you sat in a chair to get your face beat for hours, getting your lashes and your makeup and your hair done, right? Hours, then you can work on you. If you can do all that, you can work out 15 minutes a day and have it make a difference. Think of all the hours you spend on, let's say, a Saturday in the salon. We know how long that takes. Let's say 6 hours. You divide that one Saturday into 15-minute increments. That will give you 24 days. That's a month worth almost of 15-minute workouts. And this is just to identify this thing that women do, not to shame anybody, because I know this is hard. Like I said, I'm up here, I'm trying to do it. I know it's hard. But women selectively engage in their confusion about it. But when she was talking about, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring, y'all was all for that. It's selective outrage. Sexualizing yourself is okay, but living in reality is not. Taking accountability is not. Acknowledging, yes, I am overweight and I ate myself here and I really need to get the weight off because it's just healthier. That is not okay. But twerking and any and everything that moves is cool.
We bring back the real men. I'm not playing. I'm so tired. Listen, I'm so tired of being on these dates with y'all. Like, y'all so just lame. Y'all so weak. Y'all so verified. Like, can we bring back the days where men actually want to be a man? I mean, I'm so tired of y'all nails shining brighter than mine. I'm so tired of y'all just... I mean, y'all complain about everything. Y'all nag about everything. Y'all get an attitude and tuck y'all tail between y'all legs about anything. Can we get back to the real men? Will the real men come out? Where y'all at? I'm praying for it. I'm going to fast for it. Because, baby, we in need. The country is in trouble. I mean, it's too many men acting like women. I mean, it's too many men bashing women. I mean, you okay, we get it. You the baddest bee. But stay away from us women, us independent women, us old school women, because we're not having them that. You either gonna come correct or don't come at all. I'm so tired of it. Don't nobody want to deal with no girl. If we want to deal with women, we'll be lesbians. We want a man that know how to change a tire, that know how to set a barbecue grill. Like, we tired. Like, we just really tired. Y'all see all women that's independent, most women that's independent and doing their own thing, owning their own house, about their business, they single. It's not because we want to be single. We tired of y'all little boys. We tired of y'all little crybaby boys. We tired of y'all thinking y'all entrepreneurs, y'all want to go get a job. You ain't no entrepreneur till you making 6 figures. Okay? Stop it. Ain't nobody talking about those, okay, yes, we'll invest in your dream and everything. But if I see you in the club every weekend and you talking about your entrepreneur and you broke, get out of my face. Y'all have 12 different gigs. What? I don't get it. If I meet another man that tell me he's an entrepreneur, but he ain't got no car, ain't got no house, baby, I'm going to need you to go find something else to do. I'm going to go, because, baby, I'm not about to invest in you. I just, go and play with somebody else. Go and play with somebody else. Y'all be on social media all day, verified out, bashing women. Okay, you like men, we get it. Y'all complain about spending money on women. Okay, you broke, we get it. Listen, I'll take a nigga out on a date any day. I don't care. A nice restaurant. Listen, I ain't complaining about spending no money on no. I want that put some money on me too. It's called partnership. It's called give and take. It's not called leech. It's not called bum. It's not called putting all the weight on the woman. It's called partnership. And a lot of y'all men gonna continue to be broke, continue to be whack because y'all don't know partnership. Y'all selfish and y'all rather go take y'all best friend out to lunch than take y'all woman out to lunch. Y'all rather go blow a bag all out of town than take care of y'all kids. Like, let's be real. I'm tired of y'all giving these men a pass. They fairies. Protect my peace. I want peace too. I be like,
like people, like if it was reversed, it would be a problem. You be tripping and everything. He sound like he try to control it anyway because the way he responds. This is why you have to, when you have your own, this is why you have to be with people that's aligned with you. Not somebody that's gonna feed off of you and suck the life out of you, because that's exactly what's going on. You have to be with people that are trying to grow with you. And I get when we're young, we in love, and we definitely just like, oh, okay, you know, we can build together. But if they not building with you, you gotta let that go, because they ain't gonna do nothing but pull you down. Like, boy, get your own somewhere, you and your friends. Like, come on, man.
So you expect me to be out with my son and answer the phone? Like, I don't want you tripping over nothing, bro. You tripping over
the phone like your son is 9 years old. He'll be all right for a few seconds.
We was busy.
Okay, right, and I'm gonna be busy. So how about you just
that's that tit for tat BS that you own, yo.
Tit for tat, bro. I'm just going to my baby.
No, it is tit for tat. You
for a while.
You could go somewhere else. You ain't got to go to your baby father's house. That's weird, yo. That's weird.
That's weird for you to go stay in a 1-bedroom hotel with your baby mama.
I slept on the couch.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And you know I don't.
9 years old. Now you know where your son old enough to know that you and his mama is not together, so y'all can stop playing this old family. Go on with that. That's a bunch of shit. Second of all, why you in a 1-bedroom hotel? Why you didn't have your own room? Come on now and talk about you with your son. You can't answer the phone. A 9-year-old? Come on, let's not play like that. So you mean to tell me your son don't know about your wife? So your son really believe that you and his mama together? So this also take me back to saying, what you be doing when you go pick him up? Like what y'all be going over there? What you do when you go over her house? You go in her house, sit down, have tea and all of that, like y'all a whole family? No, that's not cool at all. It's nothing cool about that. That is not okay. So how about you go be with your baby mama, and I'm gonna go on by my life. And I'm not going back to my baby daddy because of some you did. I'm definitely not gonna do that. I wouldn't do no like that, because what I'm gonna get out of going back over there with him for it? For what? It's a reason we ain't together. We ain't make it together. So why would I go play this game with him? Like y'all too old for this. Y'all know better.
So now what?
So now you need to call your mama, tell her that you're coming over for a few days because you're not going over your baby's father's house. That's weird.
You can't tell me where I can and can't go.
If you my wife, I can absolutely tell you where you can and can't go.
I can tell you where you can and can't go. And that's why you went to Florida with your baby mama and y'all stayed in a 1-bedroom hotel. I didn't want you to do that, but guess what? You did it anyways. Right?
Here, you listen.
Right.
You're not going over your baby's father's house. In fact, I'll call your mama and tell her that you're on your way.
Stop, don't call my mama. Don't put my mama in this at all.
I think your mama needs to be in it if you feel like you just need to go over your baby's father's house on some other. You trying to be, you trying to act, no, this is that tit for tat you do. Why you just can't be cool?
I am cool. I'm cool. I'm all right.
Why you just can't take accountability of what you did? You knew exactly what the you was doing. You just thought you was finna get away with it. For whatever reason, I don't know. You must be doing some slick on a regular to the point that you didn't took it overboard to go down there with your baby mama. Let's start there. Why not just say, you know what? I was wrong as can you please stay here for us to talk about it, whatever, and take accountability for it. I'm not saying that she should stay, because everybody gonna do a different thing. But to me, that's disrespectful. That's disrespecting me. You don't have no respect for me, and you don't care about my thoughts or anything else. I always say, put yourself in other people's shoes before you do something. You worried about your baby mama feelings more than you cared about mine. So I feel like that's who you should be married to. And I feel like you need to set me free so my real husband can come and get me.
I emasculated my ex-husband 3 specific ways: control, criticism, and comparison. I was in control of everything. I controlled how the dishes went in. If he loaded the dishwasher and it wasn't good enough, the way he was going to lead our team, it wasn't good enough. The way he managed everything wasn't good enough. Nothing he did was ever good enough. And then I let him know out loud, like I criticized everything that he did and told him how it should have been done better. And perfection was the standard that I held for him, so nothing was was ever good enough because I was comparing me and him, and I had this self-righteous view of myself that I knew the way and my way was better. Of myself that I knew the way and my way was better, and nothing he ever did was enough. And eventually it created a man that was apathetic, that was resigned to not do anything. Why should he show up? If I'm gonna redo it, or if I'm gonna do it better, or if he's gonna get criticized, why should he show up? And then that caused further division in our relationship, because he would say that he was gonna do something and then just not. And it created this big void in respect. And where I got it wrong in the respect category was I was waiting for him to show up as perfect in order for me to begin to respect him. I didn't ever respect his effort. I didn't ever respect the progress. I didn't respect anything.
This is very important. This happens in a lot of houses, right? Women, we can be control freaks, right? We can also have this idea of we want things done our way, whether it's the way the dishwasher is loaded, the way the towels are folded, the way the kitchen counter is, wiped down, the way, whatever it is, the way the car is pulled into the garage, the way the groceries are loaded into the car. I can go on, and we all have this in us. Ladies, if you're honest with yourself, you will say, yes, I'm extremely picky. I demand perfection because I have an inflated sense of ego at times, and I think I'm doing everything the right way. It becomes my way or the highway, and you emasculate the guy by saying you're doing it wrong, right? He goes to load the dishwasher because, he's trying to be helpful and he's doing it wrong. He goes to, do whatever. Laundry comes out, he folds a couple of towels, and you're like, oh, you roll them in a ball. Don't do that. Forget it. Just let me do it, right? Be honest. Guys have lived this reality over and over and over again. And what it creates is a guy who's emasculated, but also a guy who says, well, screw you. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to do it so you can redo it. Why would I do it at all? Right? I'm not going to take a leadership role in this and then have you tell me I'm doing it all wrong. They don't want to be told like this all the time, like a little child. And essentially she's saying this ruined her marriage. Because she was a control freak, because she was self-righteous, because she had this inflated sense of ego, and because she consistently emasculated her guy, it ruined her marriage. So these are the kinds of videos that are really valuable to have out there, because women owning up to what they're doing wrong is imperative. Guys need to own up, women need to own up. And we live in a world now where we expect guys to own up, but we don't expect women to own up. And we tell women, in fact, oh, it's not you, it's never your fault, which is unrealistic, A, not true, and also extremely unhelpful to building a healthy relationship dynamic. So I like this one for that reason. Someone needs to say it, right? And you all know it. Guys, you've been with a woman who, like, little thing you do is wrong. And women, you've been self-righteous. Just correct that, because that will be the fall of, if not the last relationship, then the next relationship. It's going to haunt you.
This is Self-Maximize. It is a mind map designed to help you self-reflect and self-improve, especially in terms of your dating market value. Why am I qualified to tell you how to do this? Well, I once went from being about a 4 to about an 8. Moving from here to here is one of the greatest things you can do for yourself. Look at all these nice colorful lines. Those are attention. And I accomplished that by losing 100 pounds while getting jacked, learning how to dress, eliminating my insecurities, working on my social skills, seeking information and learning independently, moving across the country, following a dream very successfully, which was then destroyed by COVID, moving across the country again, and then starting this social media channel, which now has millions and millions of views, and I make a living on it, and it's only been 7 months. Achieving these things transformed me from a total loser into, well, you should see my options right now. Faster about how to self-maximize, pay attention to these 7 things. What self-maximize basically means is, if you know what you want and you can change your mind and the things that you do, then the world around you will give you a different and hopefully better result. This map is a flow chart of how that works, and you can consult it to figure out what you might be missing. Originally, self-maximize was just going to be an in-depth explanation of what you need to do for every individual category on zones, and I'm still going to go over those, but the more I wrote, the more I found that I can't give everyone advice at once. This is 23 pages. In later videos, I might go into detail on things like fitness, fitness, diet, fashion, social status, but that's too much for one video. So instead, I'm just showing you how I did it. It's based on getting feedback from your environment and responding to it thoughtfully. I also included some of the exercises I did on the Self-Maximize PDF packet, which is for sale on my Patreon. So I'm going to do two things in this video. I'm going to go over this checklist that explains zones in more detail, and I'm going to show you how to think about them using this map. Here's how the map works. These gray arrows represent how life works unconsciously when you're not thinking about it. Everything in your life starts with a desire, like I'm hungry, or I have to go to work, or I want a girlfriend, and then those desires become mental, they become thoughts, and then they become your behaviors, which then go into your environment, which reacts to them, and those reactions become your life. When you experience your life, you get feedback, and then you have the opportunity to think about it and change what you do, which is where most people fail. So this map encourages you to think of things out of order. Start by recognizing what you want, and then begin thinking about where would be the best place to get it before you begin to design your behaviors. I've broken each of these sections down with questions that help you think about them and exercises to help change the way you think. These are designed to increase your consciousness. Why does consciousness matter? I've made a lot of videos about women saying things like, I'm a 10, you're a 10, we're all 10s, everyone's perfect. I am the table is a popular one. It basically means I don't have to provide anything that you do. The male version of this is I want her to like me for me and not for any of the actual reasons that women might like men. This style of thinking is low consciousness. It is self-interested. It is egocentric. It sees others as a means to an end. Basically, they should like you and not as individuals who have their own things that they like. So some people want things, but they forget about what the world wants from them, and they never think about how they could provide those things. So to summarize Self-Maximize, it's basically don't be this. Don't just say, oh, me, my needs. Who's going to like me for me? Be this, and then look for somebody who is willing to be that for you. Here, like this. And if you can become more conscious of how to become those things, your life gets better really fast. In other words, you cannot make people like you. You just have to be what they like. Here's some failures to do that. Like I said, I got in really good shape, but I wasn't able to make very much money until recently. So a lot of women would enter my life, but then also leave. I had a lot of attractive traits, so I got a lot of this, but I did not have many reliable traits, so I didn't get much of that. What I failed to do was change my mind and my behaviors in a way that made the world want to give me money. So I had a desire that was not realized, and I failed to understand that this was the only way I could change it. Example number 2. I used to have a Russian friend with a scar on his face. Russia's pretty cool. And he said he wanted to get rid of his accent. He talked very heavy Russian accent. You know how it goes. So I go, that's great. I can help with that. You remember a minute ago when you asked me to open the window? And he goes, yes. And I go, okay, instead of saying window, say window. Instead of E, say eh. And he goes, no, this is stupid. So he wanted to change his accent and never got what he wanted because he ignored his feedback and didn't change his thought.
Hey, what are you doing? I came out to check on you.
Huh?
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I'm looking at this.
What is it?
It's wire. It's a spool of wire. And I'm almost out of it. Can you see the spool of wire? Mm-hmm. I'm almost out of it.
Okay.
And I've had this spool of wire for like 40 years. I bought it like this it's not a piece of a long time ago, but it's like 40 years of my life is in the wire that's gone. Does that make sense? This is what's left.
I'm sorry to hear that, and it's sad for you, but you're wearing your Jets hat, and I'm a little concerned right now that you're wearing your Jets hat. I thought that's why you were crying.
Okay, I'm done.
For the love of God, can we please just leave men alone? And not in the sense of the feminine rhetoric, don't date men, don't marry men, just completely leave them alone in that sense. I'm talking about, can we just let them be? Can we let them live? Can we let them sit down for 10 minutes out their day when they're on their feet for 8, 10, 12 hours a day? When it's known that men have more physically tolling jobs than women tend to have? Can we just let men be in their thoughts for 2 minutes? I mean, it's one thing women always complain about, oh, he's sitting in the bathroom for 35 minutes. But how come I always see videos like this where, God forbid, the guy sits down for 3 minutes and is just sitting there, might be thinking about something, reminiscing, whatever, having a thought about what he wants to do, he's planning out what he's about to do tomorrow, whatever the case may be. A woman always wants to come and interrupt, and it's never in a positive way. she could have sat down with him, for one, put the phone away, but sat down with him and be like, wow, honey, tell me more. You know, wow, that's really deep that you're comparing. You had this spool of wire for 40 years, and it just goes to show how fast life flashes before our eyes. And I can see you're getting emotional. You're probably thinking about, you know, everything that, you know, we've accomplished since we got married, our kids, your childhood, whatever. This conversation did not have to go the way that it did. It's so sad. I'm going to be honest here. I used to work at a bank, okay? I was here. I used to work at a bank, okay? I was in banking for many years. And that was when I was younger, you know, I would say in my early 20s. And I never really at the time put much thought into it. People always used to tell me that I'm an easy person to talk to, that, you know, suddenly after a few minutes of talking to me, they always felt like they were at ease, where they could just start unleashing certain things that they just wanted to talk about. And, you know, as I got older, and especially after watching this too, I realized a lot of the male customers that would just want to sit there and talk after making their deposit, after opening their account, after simply coming to just withdraw money. You know, we would just sit there and talk for a few minutes, you know, hey, how's your day, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, sometimes they would just mention things about, oh, work's been crazy, we were out in the rain, whatever, okay? Might talk about their wife, might talk about their kids. But a lot of these men out here, even that are married and even have a woman by their side, they're so lonely. And this is a prime video example as to why. Women, we have to do better. Start listening to your man. Let him talk to you. You know, there's so much on social media, especially over the past 2-3 years, talking about men need to be emotionally intelligent because I want to know why they're feeling sad. But then you reprimand the man for sitting there having some tears in his eyes, and you want to make it about something that it's not. So who really needs to learn the real lesson in emotional intelligence? I don't think it's the men.
And one thing that men have learned to watch, these modern women, stop watching them, stop listening to their words. Watch those actions. Anybody can say anything, but what are you doing? How are you moving? That's what men are paying attention to now. And when the words don't match your actions, I'm about to get the heck up out of here. To be honest with you, I gotta get up out of here. Men see that. I gotta move around. I'm sorry about that, but I gotta get up out of here. That's it. End of story. Modern women try to spin the block. They try to talk their way out of bad behavior. Nope.